Hello, everybody from Indianapolis to Texas. We are live here. It's the Survivor Now podcast, Survivor 46 pre-show. My name is Randy Bruce, and today I am joined by everyone's favorite castaway. I always go the wrong way, but it's everyone's favorite castaway, Eric Abraham from season 41. Abraham, how are we doing today, brother? It's Survivor Wednesday.
Hey, look, when it's Survivor Wednesday, it's on and popping. So we're trying to say what we're going to see today. You know, it's like we don't went all day. We don't went to work. We done did whatever we're going to do. Now we're getting ready. We're about an hour out. Show about to kick off. We already saw what happened last week on the little snippet. Now we're trying to see what's going to be filled in. So I'm waiting. I'm ready. I kind of got my vote out picked for the night. So I know somebody going. So we got the Mergatory bubble person, which I don't really care for. If you make your merge, you make the merge. Not really sure.
Yeah, no, we've done Mergatory now every single season of the new era. You can join into our live chat. We got Zans here. Let's Go now has a podcast, and then also pre-show. Genius. Yes, this is something brand new. We were going to do it last week, and I messed it up. And then also says, who's this guy? Is this Eric's brother? It is. I got the hair going.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the hair going. Another thing cool about this pre-show podcast. So if you're new to the show, this is so lighthearted. Eric, I've never called him Eric. Abraham and I are here just to kind of, feel the vibe, talk about what is going to take place tonight, make our predictions about who we think's going home, talk about what we've been seeing from the season so far. We're going to be live until about 7:40. And then we're going to get off here and we're going to watch the episode, and then we'll be right back immediately following the episode for our after show. So make sure to tune into that. And the fun thing about this pre-show is it is lighthearted. We want to get you guys involved more than ever. So not only can you tweet on X, hashtag SMP. We'll try to look at that. I've got my phone right here. I'll see if I see any tweets. You can comment in our live chat. And then also, you guys can join the stream. You can come on to the live stream and talk with Abraham and myself. The link is in the description below, the stream link. Click on that. It'll take you back to the green room. I can see you. You won't be on screen yet, but I'll bring you on just like we would if we were doing an Instagram live stream where you request to join. So you can join the stream. We want to hear from the fans. We want to hear from you guys about what you think of the season so far, and then also what you're expecting to take place tonight. So join in, hit that link. The spots are limited. We can only allow about 7 to 8 people in the stream. So let's see, Georgette right here. Love this idea. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I hit it out of the park, and sometimes
hey, look, sometimes he finds a good idea.
Sometimes I'm a moron.
Sometimes ideas don't make it to the actual podcast. We'd be like, no. We got to vote you off the island, Randy. You got to vote you off the island. But
no, I feel you, man. But you're excited tonight?
So you know what? Jim was one of those losses that we shouldn't have took. We shouldn't have took that loss last episode. Just playing too hard at the wrong time. I mean, could have just sat back. We would have saw somebody who didn't have a vote, which was one of my players for my team, so I didn't want to see that happen. So I did want to see Ben go, but I would have loved to see her play in the merge and how she would have actually balanced the merge out and who she would have gravitated to. Was she stuck with the Charlie's Angels, or was she to jump ship and went over and she would have got with a Tiffany? I mean, there's just so many questions that we're not going to be able to answer. So now it's like, okay, is Venus going to be the Venus fly trap, or is she going to be the person in the fly trap? I don't know what's going to happen.
I want Venus.
Is Q going to be in another? Is he going to eliminate her? Because we got the snippet where Q saying, "Hey, she's just going around talking." So Tiffany, we didn't see nothing on the snippet, so we're not gonna worry about that. And there's a lot of players that we just haven't seen in the edit. They just haven't made the edit so far. But I will say this right here: the show is definitely building up momentum. And I like the fact that it's longer so we can build the characters. So now we know who we actually cheering for. Because I know a lot of people was hurt last week. I noticed in the rankings that I dropped the third. So I really can't figure that out.
Yeah, your fantasy team, Abraham, you're dropping. But I will add to the Jim was a really interesting player. I thought she was playing the best game so far. I know a lot of people thought she played a little bit too hard with re-hiding the beware advantage. It brought some unwarranted attention that wasn't going to be there if she just let it be. But Abraham,
about that.
I thought she was playing a fantastic game. I was honestly shocked that she went home last week.
No, I wasn't love the beware advantage. I love the fact that if it wasn't the beware advantage and it was a clue to go look for something or something else that didn't point the finger at somebody, that, to me, it's just like saying, hey, I got an idol. And she didn't have to do that. She could have still played where, hold on. I gotta go on mute. I gotta go on mute.
All right, he's getting a call real quick. While Abraham is doing that, just give me the thumbs up when you're back, Abraham. We're going to talk about something else real quick. We do have a lot of content coming out for you guys this week. This is something that we also are going to do with the live. Let you know exactly everything that we have going on. I think we got Abraham back here. My man, Abraham. All right, so let me get through these really fast, and then we'll get back to talking about what we can expect tonight. So I already told you about this. This is the pre-show. Afterwards, join us immediately following the episode. Well, I mean, give or take.
Where do you get these pictures from? Where do you get the pictures from?
We don't talk about that. Classified.
No,
it is the Survivor Now after show. Myself and Abraham will be right here to discuss everything that happened during the Mergatory. Who was the unlucky castaway that got kind of screwed out of the game with this Mergatory twist? We will break it all down. I'm hoping it's not Venus because I want Venus to go really far in this game. And then tomorrow, this graphic needs updated because it will be our Survivor Social crew joined by season 45 castaway Kendra tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure to tune in to that. Yeah, I am very excited to have Kendra on the podcast. And then on Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, join Jack and Will, our Survivor Stockwatch crew, as they break down our power rankings, which castaways are lined up to make it to the end and win the game, and which castaways are going to flame out very quickly because their game is spiraling. They will let you know all about that. And then on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, join Matthew, Ollie, and Phil. It's our last recap show of the week. Got something for you. They will break down scene by scene every single thing that happened now that they've rewatched the episode a couple of times, now that it's settled in. So make sure to tune in to that as well. And then just a quick announcement. If you are a Survivor Australia Titans versus Rebels fan, we had several interviews this week, extended interviews. We spoke with the amazing Eileen, the ever beautiful Valeria, and then the winner of Survivor Australian Titans versus Rebels, Ferris Basal. Make sure to tune in to all of those. And then on Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be waking up for that. We will be speaking with Eden, who also competed on this past season of Survivor Australia Titans v Rebels, in an extended interview. And then the last thing I got for you guys, if you want to follow along with some amazing live content, Bryce and Wynn present. They are in Pittsburgh, and Matthew from Got Something For You, our colleague Matthew, is taking over our Instagram. So you can follow along to the Bryce and Wynn Presents party all night long with Matthew. He's already been posting some stuff. He's interacting with fans. He's going to be bringing some surprise guests, surprise players on. So make sure to tune into our Instagram stories. And while he's out there, Abraham, actually Tegwith is out in Atlanta today.
Atlanta has a watch party. I will be out next Wednesday in Dallas. I get a chance to see my man Danny from season 41 and Kiki, his wife. We get to hang out doing a watch party. Bryson Wynn has an event up in Dallas next Wednesday. If you're in the area, come on by. It's out there on the page. So it's definitely fun to be out with the survivors and other CBS reality stars, just taking in the game, looking at Survivor, conversating, asking questions. It's a good vibe. So no complaints.
No, I can't wait. Abraham, I'm going to try to get you to take over our Instagram next week.
Yeah, you're trying to get me to do some work. That's like a real job. Oh,
Yeah.
my mic ain't muted. I thought my mic was muted.
No, we'll talk
Is
about
it a
that.
hot mic?
Zans also adds, what kind of AI microphone is that? Hey, how does it sound? Let me know in the comments, guys. I've heard Matthew and Abraham help me test it out. How does this new mic sound? Does it sound better? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Where was I going with this? Oh, and if you're just now joining the live stream, just to say one more time, you can join us and come on and chat with us. We love interacting with the fans. So just hit that link in the description to come on live. You can use your phone. You can use a computer. And we'll bring some fans on here before we hop off the air. So, Abraham, I want to get back to Venus because I know the preview for the episode made it look like Venus. Wait. Oh, Zams was talking about the torch microphone. But he says the mic sounds. But
he doesn't Venus, like he had a new microphone.
I got my orange on today for Venus because I want Venus to make it through this week. I know a lot of people have been predicting that she's going to be the one to go home, but honestly, I want to see Venus go really far in this game. She's one of my favorites. I'm cheering for her. I'm cheering for Hunter, and I'm cheering for Tevin. Like those three are the three I really, really care about.
I don't think Venus is going to get voted out tonight because as anything in the previews, it's just a juicy preview. It's to let you know, and we know that Venus is on the chopping block. Who I think probably is going to be in trouble is either going to be Soda, Maria, or Liz. Or I take it back, or Mariah. Because we really haven't heard anything from them. So who's expendable? We're looking at somebody where if we vote them out, it really not going to make a difference. So if you go back to last vote out, they voted out Jim, but you still have Mariah. We haven't really seen a big edit of her. We don't really know how she fits into the game. So I could see them saying, hey, you know what? And we're going to go ahead and vote Mariah out. That's not a loss or blow to the numbers. And right now, there's only one tribe that has the numbers. So what they should do for all you Survivor players in the future, try to keep some of your players from your original tribe when you go into the merge. So we're looking at, they got 1, 2, 3, 8, everybody except for Jim. So they got the strongest tribe going in.
Yeah, you're talking about.
They balance out.
Yeah, they balance out because Nami lost Randon
due to sickness. Well, for that,
no, it was due to Banu pleading to God to help him out. God took Randon out. God took Randon out for him.
I'm not sure where that goes, but Banu has a million hearts.
Million hearts. Amy adds in the chat, I think the Nami tribe will be okay. I'll add some names, Abraham, that I think are in danger tonight. I'm going to agree with Liz. Like Liz is she just feels like that stereotypical Mergatory boot. I'm going to throw out a wild card that I think could be in danger. No one wants him to go home. Ben. I'm a little nervous for Ben tonight. And then Ben
has his vote back. He went to the first tribal, so he has his vote back.
Yeah, he has his. And then, oh my gosh, Jay, you cut me off. Jay just says, I think Tim is in trouble. I would also say Tim or Mo. Tim or Mo is. See, here's the thing about Tim is because last week Maria went with Charlie, so you assume Charlie's going with the guys. Charlie's got a good relationship with Ben, which I think can help Ben out. But Maria went with Charlie. Charlie's close with the guys. I almost feel like last week solidified Tim, Ben, Maria, and Charlie because I keep saying this, Abraham, and you can call me crazy if you want. I think the relationship between Maria and Tim is closer than the edit is making it seem.
Look, the edit makes it seem like they this far apart, but the voting last week makes it seem like they this far apart.
Yeah, it makes it seem like Maria and Charlie are like locked like this, but I almost feel like Tim is actually Maria's like number one.
I think that the edits would say because they're parents, so there's kind of bond. But for voting purposes, I think that she leans more on Charlie, and she's looking at what's going on around her. I think Maria right now is playing the best game. She's looking around her, making decisions on if I make this move, how's this going to play out? That's why I say Mariah is expendable because they didn't tell her, oh, by the way, we're not going to vote for Ben. So they left her out of the vote altogether. So what we should see tonight is going back to tribal saying Mariah's like, hey, nobody told me who was voting. So now you got to try to get that under control. So that's going to be the first little 15 minutes of the show. But I like the way they're going into the merge. But I wouldn't do Tim before I did Q or Hunter. There are other players that are more possible for individual challenges. I probably, target it first. But I definitely know it's going to be interesting tonight to see who gets that target painted on their back, who gets past the Mergatory vote, and who's going to be there for next week. So those things are going to be laid out for us. And I think we're going to see the next level of Survivor tonight as we gear up for the final push to the merge. Like I told everybody before, you got before the merge playing, then you got after the merge playing. Now it's individuals. Hey, I can get immunity. Now, can I go out there and find something? But if Hunter, Tim, and Q stick to the game plan, that's 6 players that say we're going to play to the end. That's going to be pretty interesting.
Well, let's talk about this 6-person alliance. Well, first, before I bring that up, I love that you brought that up, Abraham, because we do need to talk about that so-called 6-person alliance. But I want to get some of your comments in here. Like I said, the pre-show is all about you guys, letting you guys interact, getting hype for tonight's Survivor episode. Zans adds in, see, Soda gets targeted, and Venus and Soda use that to link up with Kinsey and Tiff. Q wants Tiff to join the bros thing, but Tiff sees an opportunity. Maybe. Let's see what Hello says. Siga has 5. Nami has 5, but Siga is going to be targeted over Nami because Siga has more perceived strength, a.k.a. men. I'm not saying it, but I'm saying that's how they look at this stuff. Interesting take right there. Let's see. Zans, this is a hot take. I think Hunter or Tevin will take the brunt of the Venus flip, and one will go home tonight, whoever isn't immune.
Ooh,
that's the other thing. You got to think half of the tribe's going to make the merge, and only half's going to be up for elimination. That can change a lot. They're not going against each other. What they are saying, what Zans is saying, is Venus is going to flip to work with Siga or flip to work with Yanu. And then they're going, and then the first person she's going to want to target is Hunter or Tevin, whoever doesn't win immunity. Because you got to remember, half the tribe tonight is going to win their way into the merge and be immune. There's only going to be, if they do it the same way, which they could change it up, but if they do it the same way, you're only going to have 6 of the people tonight who are going to be up for elimination. Abraham, that changes a lot. That changes. Yeah, it depends on who is on that side. You could have someone who's totally safe. Like you could have someone from Nami, like Tevin, who will say Tevin is relatively safe and he's got enough allies. But if Tevin is one of the 6 to lose and he's there with the 3 Yanu members, Venus, and 1 Siga member, like that, or 1 or 2 Siga members, that could lead to Tevin getting voted out. And that's where you can kind of get screwed in this Mergatory area.
You can get, because Action is there. That's how he got voted out. But here's the one thing. We got a little snippet of Q saying something about Venus. So depending on where that happened at, his whole tribe is going to know what's going on with Venus. So that may not work in her favor. But you could be right. A Tevin or a Hunter or a Tim that gets on the wrong group could find themselves being voted out just by happenstance. Because Sifu from last season really just got voted out because of happenstance. He just happened to be on the wrong place at the wrong time, and they voted him out. So at the end of the day, tonight is one of those things where I don't want to see somebody voted out because it's just, I would rather see them play again, do one more immunity, vote somebody out, then do the merge. That way you don't have this little bubble thing where you make the merge kind of, but in actuality, you don't make the merge. And then you got to figure out, okay, who do we vote out now? And you, like you said, if you fall on the wrong sides of those 3 rocks, it's going to be a white, black rock, whatever rock it is.
Yeah,
it's like, it's going to be, was it white, black, and blue or something? Whatever the colors are, the blue is the one that's the odd person out, and they got to pick some tribe to hang out on. So with the way you end up on, if you end up on the wrong side of the numbers, you could find yourself being voted out Survivor tonight on the bubble.
I will add a few comments here. Amy says, I hate this new Mergatory thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Abraham's made it clear he's not the biggest fan of it either. No. Jay adds in a prediction. I think we're going to see a successful shot in the dark played tonight. Oh, Abraham.
First of all,
it would only be the third time.
There will be no other shot in the dark as successful as Caleb. We will never see that again in the whole game, in no iteration of Survivor again.
Abraham, this
That
is Survivor. Never say never, my guy. Never. Anything can happen in Survivor.
Well, first of all, you have to play it. You have to play the shot in the dark, and then you have to make the decision on when to play it. So there's a lot of factors going there. You know, we got it in season 41. 2 people played or one person played it because we didn't know what it was anyway. So season 42 kind of stuck like us. They found out when they first got there. But season 43 knew what the shot in the dark was. And we kind of saw some uptakes of people playing it on the first tribal and stuff. It was like, well, you're not even in danger. Why are you playing the shot in the dark? Well, I might play my shot in the dark. So execution? Oh, no. Nobody's going to beat that. You may see it played again, but you'll never see it have that impact that it had this last season. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Hello is keeping us on topic here. Can we talk about how Maria and Tevin coming together might influence this vote? Maria and Tevin were a part of the 6. Maybe they will play the middle. The journey was important in episode 1. That is very interesting, the fact that they went on that journey back in episode 1 together. Now, let me review the 6. So the 6 it was Hunter, Q, and Tim who went on this journey. And they were talking about forming a 6. And basically it was Q who said, Q already knows, everyone knows his number 1 ally because Banu told people on the journey. So Q realized everybody already knows that I'm close with Tiffany. So he proposed this amazing plan of let's get our number 1 allies. All we would have to do is get one person to join us, come together and form this 6. And the 6 were Q said he had Tiffany. And then you had Hunter saying he had Tevin. And then you had Tim saying he had Maria.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah, which, again, I'm saying maybe Tim and Maria are closer than everyone thinks. But ideally, that would be the 6. It would be Q, Tiffany, Hunter, Tevin, Tim, and Maria. And they could theoretically speak, and how many people do we have left in the game right now? I believe there's 13 left in the game.
If they can pull this off, if this will be a new,
you would only have to pull 1 or 2 more people to get the 6 to go until the final 6.
This will be a strategy that was based out of a journey, which will be the first time you've gone on a journey and they actually stuck to a strategy. This will be epic if they could pull that off and stick together and vote town till they get to the final 6, and then it's a vote. Hey, it's a free for fall for everybody else. I'm wanting to see if that's actually going to happen. I'm really looking to see if that's going to happen. That will be some great action game of strategy for Survivor. So I'm looking forward to the night. Tonight's going to be pretty interesting.
No, tonight's definitely going to be interesting. Have you done anything today to prepare? I'll tell you, I worked all day, and I was actually I was a little bit excited. I mean, I'm not to get too far into it. Obviously, this season has kind of dragged on with the whole Banu situation, but last week I thought it was a decent episode. I know a lot of people thought it was really good and great. I thought it was decent. And Abraham, throughout the day today, I've kind of been excited. I'm excited to watch Survivor.
Look here. We got 90 minutes. Within 90 minutes, we get to see a lot more tribe life. We get a lot more development of each of the castaways. So now we have our favorites. We also know who we don't want to win. So, which is different when you only have 60 minutes full of commercials where you really only got 30-minute show. Even though it says 60 minutes, after you go through the commercials, everything else, you got 30 minutes. So here's the thing. It's going to look different as we build up to it. Now, there are going to be some fireworks in between. So Banu was the fireworks in between the season. They really focused on him, his approach to the game, or his way he approached the game and what he wanted out of the game. That was his focus. Nobody else really played. Then we focused on Yanu not having fire, but you still got water and coconut, so you're all right. And we focused on that. Other than that, we got some snippets of Venus and Soda with they snippet movements and, with the idol and stuff. So you got stuff that's building up. Now it's time to play. Now it's time to get to work.
Well, Abraham, let's review who has what for everyone watching at home, because it can get a little confusing in this new era. So Maria has an extra vote.
No, she used it already.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I already got it wrong.
I
already got it wrong. Thank you. Yeah, she used it last time to get Jim out. Thank you, Abraham. See, I already got it wrong. I'm not perfect.
Teamwork.
Okay.
Teamwork made the dream work.
Yeah, Tevin has an extra vote. He got that at the same journey that Maria got hers on. So Tevin has an extra vote. Hunter has lost his vote or 2 votes. We don't know. Hunter got the Beware advantage, but obviously with the merge coming up, assuming he didn't find the idol,
Well, we don't
he's
know
not going. They
because
never lost.
No, but his instruction says if you don't go to the challenge and lose a challenge, it will be another clue to tell you how you actually get to the immunity idol. So I thought it was great. So because they're never gonna get a chance to go as a tribe now, because once they merge, it's done. So he has a chance to get his vote back in immunity idol. Tiffany has her immunity idol already.
Yep.
Tevin, I don't think Tevin has an extra vote. He went to
no, Tevin does have, because it was that card game. And 2 people got extra votes, and then 1 person lost their vote, and Jelinski lost.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Jelinski threw that hourglass. So Tevin has an extra vote that nobody knows about. Maria's stuff is gone. So I think we got a good balance of who has what. And right now, Tiffany and Hunter are in the best positions because nobody knows Hunter has the Beware advantage.
Yeah, he has the Beware advantage. But the thing about Hunter that worries me, Abraham, and we didn't talk about this too much on last week's recap episode, and I'm sorry to everyone we didn't touch on this. Hunter's lost at least 1 vote, if not 2, because he lost a vote because he doesn't have a vote. Hold on. He doesn't have a vote until he gets that idol. And then not only that, he failed at the Survivor logo challenge last week, which also takes your vote away.
Yeah.
And everyone is confused about how that works. How can you lose your vote at Tribal Council when you already don't have your vote at Tribal Council?
I think that's a question for Jeff. Jeff, what's going on here, guys?
Jeff, are you in the chat right now? Can I pull you up?
Pop in the chat, man. I know you're available. That's going to be pretty interesting. I think what's going to happen is Hunter is going to get the next clue to the hidden immunity idol, get the hidden immunity idol, and we're just going to keep moving on now. I don't think it's going to with his crew. He's good unless Soda turns on him. If Soda turns on him and get with Liz and Venus. It's going to have to be something where, again, go back to what we already talked about. When they all split up for who's getting voted out for Mergatory, if he falls on the wrong sides of that, he can get voted out.
I think Jay has a good point, and I agree with Jay here. Oh, you commented too fast. I missed the other one. He's lost 2 votes in a row until he gets the idol. Then it'll just be 1 vote. I agree.
Okay.
Like, that's how I'm taking it. He doesn't have his vote until he finds the idol. And then once he finds the idol, I think he'll still have to go to another tribal council. So say he goes to 3 tribal councils and he still hasn't found the idol. Then I still don't think he'll have his vote for any of those tribal councils. Then let's say if he finds his idol in 2-3 episodes or whatever, then he finds it. Then I think he has to go to another one without voting because of the vote that he lost doing the Journey challenge. It gets very confusing at this point because now you're stacking lost votes on top of lost votes.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on that and see how it actually plays out once he gets the idol. Because I'm not sure. Because once you get the idol, there should be no reason why you can't vote again. Because the idol, you lost it because of the idol. No matter what happens in between all of that, the idol should nullify that. But again, let's see how CBS and Jeff put that back together. Because you're right. I don't know if you suspected somebody to lose 2 votes and then we're so close to the merge and now we still got to find the idol. Now, he will get a chance to find the idol. Also, there's enough time for Sega to find another idol.
I don't think so. I don't think there's enough time. Same with Nam.
We're going to see. We got 90 minutes. So if they first start off and they don't do the merge at the beginning of the episode and it's like at the middle of the episode, I'll be out looking for an idol.
Well, no, someone said this last week on another podcast. I can't remember who said it, but they said they don't think Sega is going to have enough time because they were speaking with an older player. It might have been Kelly from last season. And Kelly was the one who said, I don't think that Sega are going to be able to look for that because essentially what's happening here, because obviously she's played this new era as well. She said, essentially, they just did tribal council. They're going to go back to camp. They're tired. You're going straight to bed. You can't look for idols in the dark.
No.
And then essentially you're going to wake up in the morning, get tree mail. It's going to say, hey, you have 10 minutes to get your bags ready. You're merged. And then you're going to go. So she doesn't think they'll have she doesn't think they'll have any time to look for an idol. So we just might not have a Sega idol this season going into the merge.
And that's what I'm saying. If that's actually how the episode starts off, no. But if there's a lag in the episode where they go from morning to noon, there's a time to look for the idol. So morning to noon, go to the first challenge. Then we're going to see if there's any type of lag in there. Then we'll see if there's time to look for an idol.
Well,
but if they go straight into the merge,
this is the other thing, Abraham. Jay said, yeah, but they don't know Jim went home with the idol, Abraham. And then Jay says, so they won't look for it because they didn't know Jim had it.
No, here's where you're wrong at. They knew there was an idol somewhere. Now they just don't know where it's at all. Now it's in obligatory, which is crazy because now it's like, where's the idol at? Which leaves somebody in a good position to play like they got an idol. Tim is in the best position because he never said what he got on his journey. Everybody else is kind of up for grabs still. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how he plays tonight doing this Mergatory as well.
I love this comment right here. Zan said, hit like, everyone. It helps YouTube know to recommend the stream. Yes, definitely hit like. We want this to be a party. We want you guys every Wednesday to come on the pre-show with us and party. Next week, it's just going to be me on the pre-show. I'll have to see if Matthew or someone can hop on here and do the pre-show with me. Abraham, I want to ask you this, as we've got about 7 minutes here before we hop off so we can start getting ready for tonight's episode. Hello, thank you for the like, man. Appreciate it. But Abraham, at the beginning of the season, we're about halfway through. We're almost halfway through. At the beginning of the season, you picked your winner pick, which was Ben. I picked Hunter. I'm wearing my Nami orange tonight for Hunter. See? So are you staying with your winner pick, or at
Absolutely.
this point, do you have a feeling someone else could win?
Nope. Absolutely sticking with my winner pick. Hey, look, I would have been leading the polls if Banu didn't want to keep somebody out of the game and my player got injured. So I would have had my solid group going into the merge. But again, I lost one due to injury. So I think Ben plays a good game. I think as you go into the merge, Ben does not become in the top 3 threats that you're looking at individual immunity people that he won't be voted out then. So and here's what I tell everybody, when you go to the immunity, when you go to the merger, it's a different type of game you got to play now, because now you're on the path to Sole Survivor. So you got to figure out who you can align yourself with. I just think Ben is going to be better built for that. I think I can see him going with a Q. I can see him going with a Telvin. I can see him going with a Hunter. You got Charlie. I just can see him matching up with a lot of people that will work out better for him in the long run. And then he can play his game because he's playing. It's not like he's not playing the game, but I think it's a different game that he has to play now once we get past the merge. Tonight's going to let us know who's going to be on the path for Sole Survivor and who's going to get voted out along the way. We can already tell some people are going to get voted out. That number 3 spot is just somebody getting drug along, because that number 3 spot never has gotten a vote.
It's a 0 vote finalist. Yeah, if you make it to the final 30. Like, when was the last time we had? I mean, I'm sure I know it happened, but when was the last time we had 3 people in the final and all 3 of them got votes and it was like a close, say something like a close 3-2 vote, or however it plays out? When was the last time we had a close battle like that? It's been a minute. I mean, I'm sticking with my boy Hunter. I still want Hunter to win. I still see him as a winner. But I'm starting to see someone else have a winner's like edit, and I could see them winning.
Who you got?
I could see Charlie winning this game.
Oh, that's Taylor Swift? No.
I could see. And if Charlie wins and they don't fly Taylor Swift out to the island, I'm going to be extremely disappointed.
I'm gonna say something crazy. I'm gonna throw something crazy out there because it's about that time. Charlie really ain't got no resume yet.
Does anyone in a 6-person game?
I mean, yes.
Or a 6-person tribe game? We talked about this
with
the winner of Survivor Australia, Ferris. And Ferris said when there's only 6 people, you can't really build a resume early on in the game like that.
It's a 2-part resume. 1 part you're building with your tribe. Everybody that makes it to the merge with your tribe is a vote for you. So you guys say, okay, what did I do when I was in the tribe? Well, Maria worked with Charlie, but she also had the extra vote. So Charlie can't take credit for voting someone out when Maria had the extra vote to do it. So he can't take that from her. Okay, so now we move on. She matches up with the Tiffany and somebody else, and they vote somebody else out. Okay, Maria's building, but she's building with a new set of people that wasn't before. Now her tribe be like, oh yeah, Maria did play like this. Oh yeah, they did have Charlie's Angels. Oh yeah, we did bring Charlie in. She has all that to go on her side. I'm just using Maria as an example, but she has all that. Charlie's going to have to figure out what he has and what he can stand on, because if both of them make it to the end, it's basically whose story you're going to believe. And Maria has a storyline. So that's why when I say your resume
comes down to who's the better speaker at that point.
Starts who's in your tribe and how many people in your tribe. So if more people make it to the merge in your tribe, you have a better chance of winning.
We do have a few last minute comments here. Hello thinks Venus could go on and win. I think that would be iconic. It would be tough. And then Hello also adds, to be fair, at the end of the day, the jury doesn't really consider pre-merge moves.
Jury's petty.
Zans adds in, yeah, Charlie would have to get the jump on Maria, basically. So vote her out, kind of like a Jesse situation. Like Jesse was going to win that season if the fire didn't take him out. So, and that was because he took out his number one in Cody.
Yeah, but Cody would have beat him. They would have voted Cody.
You think Cody would have beat him?
We will never know. We will never know.
Well, that is. Oh, Abraham, you got anything else to say?
No, man, it's almost that time.
It is almost. Abraham and I have to go, relax in our comfy chair. Sorry, I went a little too far from the mic. I hope you guys like the new mic. I seriously do. And I hope it sounded great for you. But thank you guys for tuning in. We had a huge audience and a lot of interaction. So thank you guys. Don't forget, if you did enjoy this, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Abraham, what do you got going on over there? Is that Venus?
Venus is live. She's live.
Venus is for sure live. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video.
Let's see if we can get her to join us. Hold on.
Are you
no, it's on the I can't. She's live somewhere. I'm not sure where she's live at.
Zans, she's live. Hey, she's live on Instagram.
Yeah, she's live on Instagram. So
I'm doing the outro now. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is something that we're going to start doing every single week at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can join myself, Abraham, or if one of us misses, we'll have someone to fill in, and we're going to be doing the pre-show. You see how lighthearted it is. It's nothing official. It's just Abraham and I kind of talking about how we feel about the season, giving our opinions, how we are seeing the players, getting you hyped for what is going to happen in tonight's episode. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you later, because don't forget, immediately following the episode, come back right here on YouTube or go to survivornowpodcast.com. You can also watch on X, live on X. We will be here. Myself, Abraham, will be back for the episode 6 after show, where we will break it all down, everything that happened. Sorry, my mouth is so dry. It's like I'm having trouble talking. Oh, it's every point at this time of year, my mouth gets super dry. But it's allergies. It's allergy season, my man. But we will talk to you guys later. Have a good one and enjoy the episode.